Right everyone, welcome back to an episode of the F123 Driver Career Mode with Alpine. This is episode 58 for the Italian Grand Prix of Season 4. If you missed the previous episode at the Belgian Grand Prix uploaded last week, then I recommend you go and check the one out before seeing this one because, well, it was a race victory for us. You know, obviously Belgium is a sprint race in F123, and obviously the way that worked helped us get a better grid position after there was a bit, slowing down in the sprints, allowed to start from P4. Now, we are going to put an ultimate brakes upgrade, but it's not going to come in until Japan's episode next week. So that's unfortunate, but it will be an ultimate brakes upgrade, and I think it's the penultimate one on the Sashi side. But R&D wise, Aston Martin making a bit of ground. They go to the top. As the fastest car on paper, of course, we know it's a different thing on track. Ferrari have brought upgrades to their home race. Will that help them with their tyre wear? Who knows? As well, Haas and Alfa Romeo also bring upgrades, as Williams and AlphaTauri have been left far behind. As well, but yes, we move to qualifying, and ladies and gentlemen, if you saw the previous race at Belgium, you will know that the Renault engine that we have on our disposal is a monster in a straight line, way faster than anything Ferrari ever produced for us. Well, when I say way faster, it's 232 mile an hour is what I've been able to achieve in this car. 232 mile an hour, which is far faster than what they manage in real life. A lot faster than 226 miles an hour that we get topped out in the Ferrari as well. But yes, Sector 1, not the best though. I mean, I was actually 232 because I had a slipstream on my first run. This final run, I may have mistimed it with the AI coming out of the pits as well, because they're halfway around the track compared to me, so I've got nobody in front of us. But yeah, I'm hoping we can gain time. We've gained time now, only in the second DRS, so it's not the best lap in the world, but we are there or thereabouts with our first lap anyway, so we don't necessarily have to improve enough, and I'll be happy with a top 10. I'll be really happy, especially when my performances in qualifying recently have been absolutely dreadful. I've been qualifying P14, P15 as well. Yeah, that's a warning for the next episode. We're a 10th up on our previous best time. It's a 17 flat, and that's going to give me to be 10. So yes, 3 and a bit tenths off Paul's share. So there or thereabouts qualifying. But he's a Red Bull 1-2 for the first time in a long time. Verstappen is on pole. I know we're used to seeing it every race weekend in real life, and probably going to happen this weekend at the Chinese Grand Prix. But yeah, well, but we're in the top 10. Can we get a good result? See what we can do. It's time for the race. So here we are down the grid. Race strategy is the one stop, and I think we're going to do medium soft. I know it's a problem when the AI will undercut us by 1,000 light years, but I do like having the soft tyres, and when they go over 25%, we will have better tyres, hopefully, against the AI. 5 red lights in for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and away we go. It's a good start. A shocker for Albon. He's way down the order as well. Russell not with the best start as well as Ocon, in trying to impress in front of the Tifosi. Does a good dive down the inside of Russell. You're also going to have a look at Porsche as Russell almost puts us in the gravel. Thank you very much, George. Now we're going to go side by side with our compatriot, and then through Curve Grande we're just going to squeeze Russell to the inside and then make sure that we get the racing line and move out to P8 as Porsche has lost out to Ocon. Here's a replay of this then. You know, we're going side by side, then I pinched him to the inside, taking the title line, and the racing line is the way to go through that corner. Up at the front then, it's still Sainz from Verstappen from Perez. Sainz is starting to go a bit slow now, and he's been under threat from his ex-teammate Lando Norris, and Piastri as well is coming through on both of them. And is that going to free Piastri? I think it is as well. Is he going to get the better exit? No, looks like Sainz is going to come back from this Curve Grande, but Piastri will get ahead as Albon. He's starting to recover now, but he's way down to like P15, so he's got a few cars if he wants to overtake and get. It'd be a good recovery for Alex if he can get a good result. You know, can get P4, P5 from here. Meanwhile, we're watching a 3-wide moment behind him between De Vries, I think that's Magnussen, and Leclerc. 3 wide into that corner. Somehow there's no contact, and I think Leclerc comes out on top against them. And that is Piastri now getting past Sainz. Sainz mistakenly taking the inside route at Ascari, which always allows Piastri to swoop by. Well, we're bound to come threat from George Russell on the run to Parabolica. We're just going to let him run wide, hold the inside there, and keep ahead off Russell there, as the two Ferraris are now squabbling over what is P4 now as well. Far cry from where they were able to be this time in Season 3 as well. Now Porsche is having a go. You know, we're just biding our time being there. Porsche having a go at Norris as well, but Norris is the better speed through Parabolica. It's able to get past, and now we're unable to unleash to the full Renault powered engine. Dive down the inside of both Norris and Porsche. We're going to take the curb over. We're going to give them space, but there was nowhere to run. We've been run out of room, and Russell capitalises on that and takes the position away from me. So instead of looking to gain 2 positions there, we've actually lost one as well. As I say, we gave them space on the inside there, but they didn't want to yield. We lost out to Russell, and Russell's just going to carry on. He's obviously on the soft tyre, so wants to get on with it and try and make the most and catch up to the Ferraris, as Russell gets past Porsche as well, which you need to keep careful of Russell. Obviously he's near us in the championship. We're going to have a look at Porsche Ascari. No, nothing doing there. Now we're going to try on the run between Ascari and Parabolica as well. Fortunately, no damage there. And now, I think Norris has blocked his teammate, Russell, and we're able to go round the outside of both Porsche and Russell up on the run to Parabolica. This is a great move. We're already side by side with Porsche. Porsche went to the inside of Russell at Parabolica, and we just swooped round the outside and left both of them in our dust. And now it's going to be a simple move on Lando Norris for P6 as we unleash the DRS and the engine. Don't even need to use overtake to get past there, as that's Albon getting a bit sideways there for Alex, but yeah, he is coming, and now he's going to go past Tsunoda and Russell. So Albon is having a good recovery now. You know, this is not helped by us and Alpine and Mercedes having a battle, and that Russell losing another position to Tsunoda. So Russell not having a great chance. Jumps to lap 7. We've caught up to the Ferraris at last. Our old teammate first, Carlos Sainz. Is he going to have a go at his teammate? No! He's not going to have a go at Ocon, because Ocon blocks him off and allows me to go get both of them at the same time. They will not be happy with that. So Ocon blocks his own teammate getting past as well. He could have blocked me by taking the racing line, but he chose to block his own teammate at Ferrari's home race in the Tifosi as well. I don't think I've really ever seen that happen, but yeah, there we go. Ocon will not be favourable in front of the Tifosi, or especially the Spanish fans. Meanwhile, you saw Piastri there ahead of Perez, as now Norris is having a go at Sainz, but Sainz has a go at Ocon. Ocon blocked Norris there to help his teammate out as well, but they're just squabbling for every corner. Like, they're losing so much time to me. I mean, they're like lost 4 seconds in the space of a couple of laps, and you see they're now going 3 wide. Norris is having a go at Sainz, Pourchaire's having a go at Ocon. I think Norris is going to have Sainz here through Curve Grande. What about, yes, Norris has got Sainz, but what about Ocon and Pourchaire? They're still going side by side towards the end of Curve Grande, but Pourchaire gets the move done on Ocon, so both Ferraris losing positions. Meanwhile, up at the front, and it's as we feared, Oscar Piastri. He broke his streak of winning every other race last time out in Belgium, but he's ready to take the lead off this Italian Grand Prix. But Verstappen, to be fair, he's going to fight back, and of course Red Bull have brought some upgrades, but Piastri has DRS and is too much powerful for the Dutchman, as not Sainz coming back at Norris. Danny inside the end of Curve Grande, and Sainz has done it on Norris. So yeah, Ferrari, don't count Ferrari out just yet, especially if they upgrade, and that is Max Verstappen, and the Ford engine is given up. So such a shame for Verstappen after taking pole for the first time since about season 2. Yeah, it's not been such a great race for him. That will hand the mantle to his teammate Sergio Perez, who does retake the lead then. Oscar Piastri. McLaren look a little bit weak, I'm not going to lie. I'm around here. As we're watching Lando Norris, she's come out the pits on hard tyres as well. There is Pourchaire, who's undercut him, and Pourchaire's lost his front wing. Teo, all you had to do is not steamroll into that corner, and you should be able to get him. He's on the hard tyre, you're on the mediums, you should be able to get him. A little bit frustrating there. Just hope it doesn't cost us in the Constructors' Championship with Teo there, but yeah, we're coming in. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything from this stop, from this position. The target is to try and catch Perez and Piastri, but they are quite a few seconds up the road as we come out. So yeah, and our teammate coming into the pits then, as we are going to have a look behind, and Albon continues his charge past the first Ferrari now. That is Carlos Sainz, who's fallen behind his teammate in the pit stops phase, but Albon will have to work for that, but does get the position. Time for my fastest lap. Now, with a couple of the Astons down the order, we've actually got Zhou in 10th place at the moment, but he's just been overtaken by Charles Leclerc for 10th. So Yes, there's a bit of a battle going on from 10th there. De Vries in the background, not having the best of races after his recent sparkle of form. As Albon, he's got sights earlier, now he's going side by side through Curve Grande with Esteban Ocon. This will upset the home fans, and Albon is through. And that's Leclerc going slowly for Alpha in what will be their last home race, of course, that we see Alfa Romeo in a driver career mode of mine, of course, because obviously there'll be Sauber come F124's release as well. Up at the front though, Piastri's got a bit of a lead over Perez, and he's coming up to Magnussen. Magnussen just leaps out of the way. Magnussen, I think he's got some issue with floor damage and has just been going slower and slower every lap. So unfortunate for Kevin, but you know, I mean, there's no mechanism for him to just retire the car in the state it is in. Unfortunately for us, couldn't do much about Perez or Piastri in the end. The tyre wear started to bite at the end. The tyres went past 25%. The AI seem to like looking after their tyres. As I said, I think it's slightly rigged in favour of the AI in this game still, personally speaking, and I hope that's fixed for F124. But yes, it is nevertheless another podium. It's another fastest lap, and we outscored Alex Albon, who, because Piastri has pretty much won this championship. De Vries did actually snatch that final point away from Zhou in the end. So De Vries does continue his point scoring form as well. But yes, in terms of the Drivers' Championship, we're closed that gap to Albon to 8 points. I mean, Piastri, it's only a matter of time before he's confirmed as world champion of Season 4. In terms of the Constructors, Mercedes slightly too close in, but it's, yeah, 4th and 9th for them. You know, actual fact, no, they don't close in. We actually gain on them by 2 points, excuse me. So, yes. The next episode is Singapore. A slight spoiler alert, is the words "oh dear" is all I'm going to say about that. The ending of that episode. Something unfortunate happened at the end. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the episode because, of course, that episode will be out later in the week. Hopefully Thursday, if not Friday. I've still got the Japan episode for F124 mod to record because there's been issues with that series as well. Speaking of Japan, that's the episode after, so that would be a good test to remind myself of Japan. Japan and Mexico will be out next week, and then after that, Brazil, that will be in its week in its own, and then it's looking good for them to do in Portugal and Vegas, as I said, as I previously said, 100% races for those two. And then after that, I think we will be in the middle of May, so that will give us 2 weeks to have a look at something else. There'll probably be some Forza Motorsport gameplay and possibly some other stuff if I can get it done, the F1 Classic Showcase, but I've got 3 games still to record for that. So yes, we might see that, we might not. I'm not promising anything on those fronts though. But yes, if you have enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe to the new channel, see plenty more F123 and F124 driver career mode videos as when they come out. Until the next video, then I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.